Cool. Okay. Glad that we could have so many participants. This is an important session, so it's also good that it's getting recorded so we can then show it to NGOs later. But transforming marketing templates, utility templates, I'll dive straight into it. So I'm sure all of us, just quick setting, quick context. HSM templates stands for highly structured messages. This is what is used to send messages to contacts. For outside the session window, matlab those who have not messaged for more than 24 hours, and you can find out on the Glific platform. You can see कि जिनका this hours will be showing zero, and you can't message them by sending a free flowing message. So to activate those users, those contacts, you have to broadcast notifications, and that broadcast has to be a HSM message. It can be part of a flow, and then this is the main tool that we have as in a WhatsApp chatbot to then send notifications to thousands of contacts and students, learners, beneficiaries that we have, and then get them back into the chatbot and start the engagement. So and so that's the HSM templates, one very important aspect of using WhatsApp chatbots, and it provides a way for Meta to control. And the one of the main reasons why they call it highly structured messages is because it provides Meta a way to control spread of misinformation, disinformation, hateful content, any of those like content that can be dangerous when spread to thousands of people. And also, it is a way for Meta to monetize sending notifications. So, as you know, utility marketing templates, that's the for the sending these broadcast initiated, like business initiated messages, money is getting charged. We'll get into the money part of it later, but that's the what and why of HSM templates from all angles. I'll quickly go into the process. I think all of you all will be aware of this because you have been using Glyphic for a long time. But just to set the context, I'll also share the process that we follow to create a template. Um, Also, if any at any point, if any new folks are there, and if you have any questions, feel free to raise your hand and unmute and share. Feel free to raise your hand or type the question and send it out so that we can address it on the spot. So yeah, so the template creation process includes usually you'll have a you can go to the create templates page, and then you add the content, you put some variables. If you have variables, you put some buttons which the contacts can click on. You provide you select the category of which the template is, and yeah, you share the media, whatever, and then you apply. Once you submit, then it is at the time it waits for approval or rejection by Meta. And so this is on the page. It comes either as approved or in process, in pending or rejected. And the sync HSM is there so that you can kind of like see it happening really, like and you can keep checking that. If you keep like within a few minutes, if you click the sync button, then it gets the template, like whatever is the status that gets synced, and then that template is there for you to use in the flows. So we can use it in the flows as the first message by going to send contact a message node and going in the WhatsApp and selecting from the drop down the name of the template. And if it has variables, we can provide variables information. So a fairly basic stuff so far. Just want to kind of like that. So this is the process where you can use it in the flows. Now just want to get into a bit about explained from a meta perspective. मतलब meta के नजरिए से what do they think is marketing templates, and what are utility templates? So these are the examples that are broadly classified. Meta has by themselves not given any such specific definition. Their definition is very broad ranging, but it can be broken down into whatever messages are sent, which create awareness about your product, about business, about services, about your organization. So if your content gives that information, like if the content reads as if it's creating, like making someone aware about your organization, product, service, program, then that will come under marketing. anything that has to do with promotional offers, sales events, coupons, things like that. So sales related, retargeting related, app promotion related. So things like that will usually get classified under marketing templates. So what we have to know is very important. We can absorb the content that we are writing in the template, so that we are very specifically, like, not venturing into this territory, because even if we are writing a content to, let's say, get someone to volunteer for an organization, it may not be sales related, or it may not be like, it may not be conventionally marketing, but it still falls under creating awareness about creating awareness about the organization, or promoting some sort of an event. So we have to be very careful what words we use. And we'll get into the next bit about how we can kind of like work around some of these things. But essentially, if we use any of these words and if it conveys this meaning, then essentially Meta will either, if you have selected as utility, it will reject the template because it will say that category is not correct. Or if you there's a button which there's a checkbox which we can click and be like, allow Meta to recategorize, then Meta will recategorize it under marketing. So just these are some things to be aware about. Coming to utility templates. Utility templates are essentially, long story short, utility templates are as a way for someone to, as a way for organization to continue the conversation. For example, if like, it's like after you have made a purchase, someone is giving you, like the organization is giving you status update on the state on the order. Or if you have created a profile with an organization, they're asking you to complete your KYC. Or like, or if there's some other important notification which requires you to take some action about something you have already done, on the about the organization. So think of utility as a way for communicating, like how Meta categorizes it is as a way for communicating a sale, or a transaction, or a relationship that already exists. So if we can kind of revert the messages to indicate that this is an ongoing conversation, or this is regarding to something that you have done previously, or it's like an update, or it's a reminder for you to do something on the platform again, related to your previous activity. So most of the time, those will be categorized as utility. And if we try to frame our messages or the HSM templates that we create in that way, then the likely chances are that it will categorize under utility. Before I go ahead, I want to take any questions. If I went slightly fast, but I know some of you are already aware of this thing. But yeah, just pausing if you have any questions.
This is Faiza from Pehle Akshar.
Yes,
I have a
yes,
query. You just mentioned that there is a checkbox where we will allow Meta to change
yeah,
the template format. So,
yeah,
will it affect? I mean, if, for example, if I choose marketing and it has go to utility, Meta will do the changes from the backend.
yeah,
So,
yeah. So
right now, what's happening now? We have added all our HSM templates into marketing, and due to
got
certain reasons, now the messages are not seen on the board because I think the marketing has to be changed to utility. So, will it
no.
affect our messaging if we mark or utility and then Meta will convert it into marketing? Or I just need certain more details about it.
Got it. Got it. So okay. Let me not confuse you. So what happens, Faiza, is so that checkbox I wanted to show you, but it'll take me some time to like log in.
No
But
problem.
the checkbox is there when you're applying a new template. When you're applying a
Correct.
new template, that time the checkbox
Yeah, correct. While
is there.
creating a new template, a
And
checkbox will come and then we have to select it. Yes.
uh,
Tejas,
It's your network connection is not stable.
Tejas, maybe you can turn off
Hello,
your
can you?
video. You're not like your voice is breaking in between.
Hello?
Yeah, now you audible clearly.
Oh, okay, okay, sorry. So when we click the checkbox,
Hmm.
what we are saying is we are allowing Meta to recategorize.
Okay.
Which means if you have selected utility as the category, so when you have written the content and then you have clicked the checkbox, and while applying you have selected utility as the initial like you're applying under utility.
Okay.
But if meta, like if the algorithm determines that this sounds more like a marketing template, so it
Okay.
won't reject the template, it will approve it, but it will change the category from utility to marketing and it'll approve under marketing.
Okay, then we don't have to focus because it is not compulsory either to tick the checkbox for the conversion of for the meta thing for conversion of messages from utility to marketing. And if we
No,
don't
no,
do
no.
it, do we have to ensure that if we mark utility, the
Yeah,
message should be tweaked in such a way that it looks utility?
correct, correct. So those are the tips I'll get into, like how you can make sure that the message looks like utility,
Okay.
looks and reads more like. But yeah, one basic thing is you should always have the, like when you're applying and you want to get it approved under utility, then you should make
Hmm.
it unchecked. Like that should always be unchecked. That tick. Otherwise, even if Meta like algorithm determines, I mean like for whatever thing they do, because it happens really fast. It's not a human for sure doing this thing. It's
Correct.
some sort of LLM that's kind of determining, and so basic requirement, it should always be unchecked when you're applying. That checkbox should always be unchecked.
Okay. And also one more thing that if I mark all the messages as marketing and then click the checkbox, so certain messages might get converted to utility, right? But if I have
So
not framed them in the form of utility, will they get converted into utility or still they will stay back in marketing?
from my experience, it will most likely stay in marketing only,
Okay. But then there is a
because
category of marketing, right?
yeah. So we'll get into that, but the problem is like don't check it. Like if you want to get it under utility, then don't check it,
Okay.
because even if it's utility and if and you applied under marketing,
Hmm.
I think it's easier. Like the meta won't be like, okay, this sounds like utility, so it's wrong, and we should make it because marketing costs more. So
Hmm.
I think that in that case they're like lenient in terms of like the algorithm will just allow it to be categorized under marketing, and that's the risk. So if you just apply all of them and apply all under marketing, I doubt that it will work the other way around.
Okay. And marketing capping means what is is there an end of the number of messages that will only go in marketing?
Yeah, we'll get into that.
Okay.
We'll get to the next
Okay.
bit.
Yeah.
Okay,
Thank
so
you.
yeah, no worries. So like our main reason why we're doing this, and many of you have also joined this, is because of the like why utility over marketing and why we are pushing everyone to do it now, because earlier we didn't have any such webinars or even need for doing something so mindfully, is because marketing HSM messages are Meta has introduced something called as frequency capping. Let So frequency capping is what they're calling it as a pro user feature. Matlab, it is for users of WhatsApp like you and me, or like 100, like all other contacts who are using WhatsApp as a
Hmm.
normal everyday messaging platform. Is so that it prevents the WhatsApp from feeling like a very spam driven or like marketing business driven platform. Matlab, it is trying to limit the number of marketing messages that you and I as a user receive. So that is what is called as frequency capping. And the example of this is what this means is end user like you and me can only receive messages from a limited number of brands in a rolling 7-day window. It could be 15. Over here, it's an example. We don't know if it's 15. Meta hasn't revealed that information. So how many number of brands you can get messages from? Also, what is that rolling window that all of this is like all of this is not shared with any of the business service providers or people like us. or with the brands themselves.
Tejas, what do you mean by brands? Because we, as an education company, we only have
Yeah.
education content messages. So can you
Yeah, brands
explain?
is businesses. Business, like business for Meta is like anyone who's using. So like it's because what we're using is a WhatsApp business API. So
Hmm.
even an NGO, basic like the umbrella term is you're a brand or a business who's using the API feature of WhatsApp.
Okay.
That's what we mean. Basically, it
And
just means organizations.
correct. Okay, got it. And for example, if you're just given 15, consider it as 10. But what was happening, in marketing for the users, I was getting all messages, and my colleague was getting messages alternate days. So
Yeah,
how
yeah,
is that bifurcation? Is that a limit that 10 is
yeah.
combination of two people, 10 messages, or what?
No, it's everyone. For everyone, it's at at their own individual level, and that this is something that is a black box for everyone. No one knows about this. So there are Meta could be running multiple experiments in the background.
Okay.
We do not know ki how many businesses slash brands slash organizations can someone get messages in a 7 day period, and they could also be changing this. So we know this much from Gupshup that that it's something dynamic. It's something they keep altering and changing to determine what is the threshold. It could be different from South India, North India. It could be different for like within India, like depending on if whatever information they have about the user. So there could be multiple segments within which like the limits are different. But the main thing for us to know is if you are using HSM templates, if you're using marketing HSM templates, we as NGOs who have to reach our beneficiaries, we have to make sure that they get the messages. We have to try our best to make the templates in utility messages because only then it is guaranteed that 100% of the people will get the message.
Okay. Got it.
So yeah, I know it sounds a little bit this thing, but that's I mean, the bottom line that we are trying to drive is they like as much as possible. Let's try to get templates approved under utility, so that at least that ensures that everyone gets the message. And this is kind of like something that this evolution or like this change has happened only in the last few months.
Okay.
So yeah, this is something that we have to kind of like adopt and master and move forward if we want to continue to run successful chatbot programs.
They should have also provided the provision to change the current approved messages from marketing to utility, because now we have to delete everything and recreate everything.
I mean, we can work with you on figuring those. We don't have to delete it. We can figure out a way to change some of those and like replace those things. But yeah,
Okay.
that's the point of this one. We hope by the end of this, we have enough idea or like some practice to change some of them so that like at least in over time, so slowly the ones that are using continuously on an ongoing basis, those are the ones we can change.
Okay. All right. Good.
Cool. So the second major reason is HSM templates are utility HSM templates are like much cheaper. So marketing are much more expensive, and this is also going to save cost. Okay. So main tips and tricks. This is the main thing. This is right now not an exact science. This is from the experimentation that we have done. Okay. So this is from expense. Sorry, I was just checking the chat. Sorry. If there's any question in the chats, if you can unmute and share, that's also fine. This is the utility tips and tricks.
कॉल चल रही है एक के बाद
Sorry.
एक के बाद एक तीसरी
I'll mute Tejas. You can continue.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, so tips and tricks, these are mostly like this is kind of like through practice and not exact science. But but idea is if we are able to plug in keywords like update
कॉल
or,
में थोड़ी हो
Sorry,
reminders.
Tejas, sorry to interrupt you. Naveen ji, can you please mute yourself? Yeah, you can continue, Tejas.
Okay, thank you. Cool. So the first like one important thing that I've seen work is if we plug in keywords like update or reminders in the body of the content that we are applying for. So yeah, like friendly reminder to join us, we bring you this update on, and then you can have a variable. Like also we tried it in Hindi. So ये संदेश आपको याद दिलाने के लिए है, something like that. There's a again like some reminder. So like these are the type of content you can create. This is an example. I'll also show you the thing with along with so along with using the update or reminder in the keyword, we use how do you say like use variables. So for example, so I'll just remove, sorry, this is the content which got approved under this thing. So if you use this variables, which is like hello, now we can plug in any name or any other persona that you want to appeal to. There's an important dash update. So now we can be like important emergency update. This is an important, or we can even like this is an important, instead of important, you can just keep it as a variable and keep an update after that. So it could be, then it could be transformed into anything. Like it could be emergency update. This is a health update. This is a program related update. So then you can plug in those things, and like, and if you play around with the formatting, then what sticks to the users, like what sticks to the eyes is that important word that you want to share. And the update is just to make sure that the template is categorized, and then you can reuse it. uh, the third one is you can then add any content over here, whatever about your program, and just give any clickable options. So this is one very very basic example, but I feel like something very basic can be then used across for multiple use cases. So use variables, and then the when you're applying, the important part is when you're applying for the message, you can use it in different ways. That this message itself, like, so if you see this message, hello Tejas, there's an important account update. Order number 123 was delivered on the address. Now I've just given this while applying, but I can use the same message I've used over here to hello Tejas. This is a important sorry, hello yeah. One second. Not in this one, but yeah, but the idea is when you are applying, use different content, use content which sounds utility, which sounds like like it's like a business conversation, but then you can plug and play with that. You can plug and play with that content. For example, like I've used this one, like this is the example, important account update. This is what I've used to apply. Now this becomes very clear, like Meta will easily categorize this as utility, but then I can use it in other places. It's like it's an important emergency update, alert update. There's a warning, for example. This is essentially creating awareness. So if I try to apply this as it is, this exact content under even though it's awareness about like a disaster, it may not, and they could categorize under marketing. Similarly, if you see this one about a reminder, like you can plug it monthly, weekly, health reminder, program reminder, whatever. And I'm just putting, like over here, I'm just putting a random content key, share your feedback on ongoing subscription. But what I'm using it is like, you could join us a volunteering on the Independence Day, or then we can do any other content over here, whatever it could be like about taking part in the program, or continuing with the previous submission that they have left off, things like that. But yeah, like the third and most important point of this is use different content in the example content when you're applying. We need to provide example content, and in that you please don't use the same content as the message that you're writing or you want to send eventually. Use some other content to kind of like, which sounds very corporate business transaction type of message. So those essentially are the three main tips and tricks, and like it's not very how to say, like, deep or complicated. It's definitely not rocket science. Everyone can do this. But yeah, we can take questions, and if you have no questions, what I would like to do is, like, I would like for one of you to share one of the messages, and we'll try on the go if we can transform it. But yeah, before going ahead, I'm open for questions. if there's no question, you can also put in the chat, like no questions.
Tejas, so I have a
Yeah.
question. So basically, is there a limit on like number of characters or words that can be replaced by the variable?
No, there's no such limit. The limit is you can't have like more than, like you can't have a new line in the variable.
New line. Okay, got it. So if I have like
मतलब you,
continuous message,
yeah,
sorry, I think the voice is leaking. Huh, could you
yeah, yeah. You can't have a new line. मतलब you can't have like 2-3 different paragraphs. You can have one paragraph in one variable. Hello?
got it. So if, yeah, got it. So basically, if I have simple message with same buttons, I can
Yeah,
actually, even if the message is different, I can actually create just one template. And
correct,
got it.
correct. Correct. So yeah, like I mean, just keep like a hello, like a greeting line. Then like a this is a reminder, this is an update, that type of a line. Keep like a variable, and then you can be like click to know more, and you can have this alone thing, and you can vary the buttons. Like for one template, you can have no more and stop. For other template, you can have start. Another template, you can have it different. So you can vary with the same content but different buttons. So that also becomes like a thing for engaging. Like sometimes you want someone to know more, sometimes you want someone to start, sometimes you want someone to go, or like whatever. So you can play around with the buttons. You can have multiple templates with the same format, like so you can use variables and you can vary the buttons. That's another way of kind of like making it seem like slightly more, and yeah, a little bit more, how do you say, dynamic for the user. So it is for the contact, there's some sort of novelty.
Got it.
Yeah. And media, and the media has no effect, by the way. You can put any media in this. So you can put any video, PDF, image, that won't affect anything. So you can like, so apart from your message, you can also like, you can even choose to have like a very simple message, like maybe 1 or 2 lines, and convey a lot more information in the image that you send, which that is like the worst case. Like like there's no way we can change the message. Like it is going to be marketing, it is going to sound marketing because it is a marketing message. But you can be like, hey, like here's a update from us, receive. And in the how do you say, in the body, like the main body, you can just write about see the image to know more. So for example, that at train, there is this example, right? So you can like, so now they have nicely created this collateral of this showing about winners. But you can have any more information also in this image, and the image is not kind of क्या बोलते हैं उसे, checked that much. Yeah.
So the algorithm only runs for the text, not image, not even on buttons. Is that correct to say?
Yeah. Buttons we may have to explore, but see, like over here they have that, right? They have done the winners thing. So yeah, safe to assume that buttons are safe. Yeah, overall, and just like to answer your question, there are like the overall, I think there's like a limit of 1024 characters in any of WhatsApp's messages, except for the like free flowing one. So I think it has, every message has to be less than 1024 characters, like even HSM templates and this thing. So that's the overall limit. But within a variable, within a variable you can have paragraph. You can't have more than, like you can have multiple paragraphs within one variable. Okay. Okay. Cool. Yeah. So what I would like us to do next is, if one of you is already logged into your okay, Saurav has shared this. Saurav has shared us the um Saurav has shared us the HSM template. Cool. So let's try with this one. Let me share my screen once again. I hope all of you all can see the what Saurav has shared. Also, you can also, like, now that you know what to do, you can also feel free to kind of like try to make an attempt on how you might transform this one. Meanwhile, I'll also try and also share my screen when I get to the right screen. Yeah, I'll just log in for a minute. But yeah, like meanwhile, if anyone is interested to just take a shot, feel free to like maybe type out different variations and send in the chat box while I log in, and then we'll try to apply those and we'll see what results we get. Thanks, Saurav. And if anyone else wants to share one more example, that's also something we can try after Saurav's. Okay, so here we are. I've logged in. Let's go to templates and we'll create a template. Okay, we'll create it in English and let's find the message. Okay, so this is the message which Saurav has said. Hi, you are once ever becoming a champion. Help me in solving water pollution and earn your badge. Let's do it together. Click on learn now. So we already know one thing. There's a call to action called quick reply called learn now. Okay, there's a learn now. We'll just change this instead of learn now because it sounds a little bit click below to know more or like click below to go ahead, for example. Help me in solving water pollution problem and earn your badge. Let's do it together. You are and the first thing is you are one step away from becoming a champion. So this kind of feels like a like an update message or like a reminder message. So like it's like a reminder that hey, you're just one step away. That means you've already done something. So maybe like I would use it. This is a friendly reminder to this is one. So we can enter the name here. This is a friendly reminder. We'll remove this content from now. We'll add another variable over here. So then this part can go inside the content, and then yeah, and then for now we'll just define. Now we need to give a three variables which sound very corporate-ish. So hi Tejas, this is a friendly reminder to update your account KYC. Please share your PAN card details in the and yeah, so then we'll categorize under utility. We'll remove this allow meta to recategorize and just put a tag utility trial. So I hope you're able to follow along so far. I hope you're able to see my screen and follow along. We'll just give it a.
Are these custom messages compulsory to mandatory to add data?
Sorry, I didn't. What do you mean custom
These
messages?
custom variables, are these compulsory?
This one,
Yeah.
like where I've added Tejas. So yeah, we have to give it example. Because it's like so we are adding the variable over here, and then Meta wants to know okay, what content you're going to put in these variables. So suppose like because we want to use, let's say like for we want to use different name for each contact, so we can't have the name hard coded in the like, so because this part of it we can't change, right? So that's why so yeah so yeah we have to just give it an example. This won't be used. This is an example to show ki this is the variable value which can be used. This is an example
This
value.
variable placeholder, whatever content is added, it will not be visible on the bot.
Yeah, this we can use. This we can change as we when it gets approved. Then this variable we can put anything else we want.
Okay, and the placeholders are 3. So all they are required, or only one variable is enough?
No, I mean, because we have put 3 variables, so we have to give
Okay.
three
Exactly.
different. Yeah, so I had 3 different, like, so like this is a friendly reminder too, because now over here we want to, we will, so when we finally use this, once it gets approved under utility, we'll plug this, like, so instead of variable 2, we'll just put like, this is a friendly reminder that you are just one step away from becoming a champion
Okay.
to solve water pollution. So like that, so we can use the variables in that way, and then this utility template becomes reusable. So like, let's quickly try this
Got it.
whether it
Yeah.
gets
Okay.
approved. Trial reminder, just giving it some name, English. Yeah, and now let's apply. Submit for approval. The moment of truth. All this gyan I've given, I hope it actually turns out. Okay, so cool. It usually takes about a minute or 2 minutes. It won't happen like immediately. But yeah, happy to take any other, if you have any, if anyone else also wants to kind of share any new, any messages that they have, um, we can try another one. But yeah, this one will take about a minute to try and see if it gets approved.
I am sending a message in the chat.
Cool. Okay, let's see. We this one seems to have got yeah, and see, this is now getting, this is now categorized as utility. And so now you can see there are 3 variables. Now we want to send it. Now we want to send it to a person and see what that's like, right? So I'll find myself over here. Let me just make sure it's me only. Oh yeah, that's me. Yeah. So now we had that thing, and it has 3 variables. So how we can use it? I'm just giving an example from here, and then I'll show in the flow as well. Let's say, like, so we have this thing. So before you want to send it, it'll ask us for 3 variables. So before we send it to anyone, we'll have to update the variables. So this is, I'm just showing, for example, how it will look like in when you're sending it to an individual person. Now next I'll show how you can use it in the flows as well. But yeah, so this is a friendly reminder. You are just one step away from becoming a champion. Then this message helped me in solving together. Yeah, this done and send. So now this should come in my WhatsApp. Yeah, I just got that message. You can see my entire screen, right? I'm navigating to my WhatsApp web now. Okay, while this loads, I'll also show you how we can use it in the flows. For those folks who are new, test. So as you're creating the flow, the first message has to be the send message, and this has to be the HSM. So we'll just navigate over here, and we'll find that utility template name, and over here now we can add it like, so I know, like, the first one I want it to be contact, like I want it to be the name of the person. So over here I'll just put contact or name. So based on whatever name they have stored, then you can call it their name. Then we'll just paste this content in second one, and yeah, and the third variable. Cool. So now that's published, and now I can yeah, now I can start this flow for anyone else, and that they should get the name as per their message. So as you can see, like, this is the one, and this is the I hope you can see my WhatsApp now. There's a message that I had just sent to myself. So yeah, this is like this is a friendly reminder. You are just one step away from becoming a champion. Kind of, I mean, communicates the same message, basic information, and the same, like, the exact message that you wanted to communicate, and it's getting approved into utility, and you can send it to. Cost is reduced. You can send it to everyone. This one, everyone will get it. And I'll just show you the flow that I've created. Let's say I'll find Krishna Priya from here, and let's say I can start the flow for her. Oh, Krishna, you have opted out. Let's see if I can find Sangeeta. Yeah, and we'll start the test. Test templates, we send it. So now instead of contact.name, Sangeeta Mishra came, and then that's how you can then trigger the flow for, yeah, like how many other people. So yeah, that's the overall, like that's the main kind of like method. I think Shreya has shared one more example. I think I would like at this point I would like some of us to give it a shot. I can give it a shot, but we have 15 minutes. It would be nice if Shreya, you could also like kind of like try to take a stab at creating something similar, and then I try to apply it over here. I could do it. I'll also try, but then it'll be great if Shreya has shared a message. Could any one of us, like, let's take like next 5 minutes, try to come up with like a template which has some variables, and you can send it to me over here, and then I could possibly try to apply it, and we'll see if you have understood the overall concept. Does that work?
Sure, yes.
So let's like I'll stop sharing my screen for a minute. It would be great if all of us could try to make an attempt at Shreya's message and see if we're able to come up with something. Let's please share something before 3:51. Okay, interesting. Saurav has shared something. Yeah, to know more about how children express themselves, please watch. Yeah. Also, I think sort of since they're not sharing the video link, they just want them to click the every child is like click a button. So yeah, we can just do that. Also, yeah, I think for Saurav, your case, let's try to see if we can apply Saurav's template with some modifications. I think that's a good one. I thought about it also, and I thought about it slightly differently. For example, we could send like this is a parental reminder. For example, this is something like that, something along those lines. This is a important advisory, parental reminder, or some reminder on. But yeah, I think Saurav's message is slightly better. So let's see if we can use that. Yeah, last 1 minute. Hello, parents. Important reminder, it is time to understand how a child's interest, favorite, the gay, like, different, unique to know more. Yeah, so Honey, I think Honey also shared Hero Parents. And after important reminder, you can just put this entire content in, like it is time from here to the others in a variable. But yeah, I think one more, like if anyone else also has written, I think it'll be good to, yeah, like taking responses for 1 more minute, and then we'll apply this. Anyone who's also shared? Okay, cool. So yeah, we have last 5 minutes. So let's, sorry, last 10 minutes. So we'll quickly go ahead. So, so yeah, we have now sort of the next part of this is what kind of, yeah, we can also remove this entire thing for your child. Here's an update, and we can keep the rest of it in a variable. And then we put the second paragraph also in a variable, like to know more about how children express themselves. We can put that, and then we can just put click below to know more. And we want the button to read every child is unique. Right, Shreya?
Yeah.
And now we have to just kind of like, okay, so be like, nah, hello parent, or like I can just go again, hello teachers, this is an update regarding your account. Complete the KYC in the app. And yeah, so let's see if Meta's algorithm is smart enough to know that clicking every child is unique is nothing linked to my KYC in the app. And but yeah, I think then they should kind of like be the this thing. Utility trial. Okay. 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 And submit for approval.
As we're waiting for this, another question
Yeah.
was, let's say I'm adding
Yeah.
images or adding like different emojis to my variable. That
Yeah.
shouldn't matter, right? Like, or
No.
would you say that we shouldn't use as many emojis or things
No,
like
no,
that?
no. It shouldn't matter. It shouldn't
God.
matter. Because if it's inside the variable, you can use whatever variables you want at point. So it shouldn't matter. Also, like I think it's okay. Like I mean, we can quickly try this. Let's say like because this doesn't look very appealing, and I get your point. In the variables, you can use emojis. You can format it better. But let's say we had to do the same thing. Like just make it slightly more appealing. Let's say so. Like I'd kind of like use a wave emoji over here. Like okay. Oh, I'm over here. 1 second. Yeah, hello. Uh, let's say, yeah, and one more emoji over here, for example. Right now we have the same thing, slightly more better looking. And yeah, just before 1 second, I'll just keep my laptop for charging because it might switch off anytime. Yeah, so essentially we have the same thing, slightly more better looking, and yeah, with emojis, like I mean, like it kind of like reads slightly better with emojis in like line in one this thing. That's what I have found out. Update about your KYC status. Please. Please. Yeah, and we wanted to have a button which is um, child is okay. Categories utility don't allow. Okay, so yeah, I think so it definitely doesn't matter if there's emojis inside the variables when you're using it. Oh, sorry. Utility, Kenya, two. Oh, sorry, and one more thing. This is in English now. Okay. So meanwhile, we'll see if the other one got approved. Okay. Approved. Payment. Did ours get approved or rejected? Okay, this one got rejected. Incorrect category. Yeah, so this one got rejected. Let's see with the other one. Yeah. Like I said, it's not a exact science, but yeah, we can play around with the content a little bit, and that way, yeah. But this one, see, this one exactly the same thing got approved, so we can use it along with so emojis actually didn't matter. Maybe the word that I used for probably in like this sorry in this one, maybe that would have created something. Yeah, maybe like this one created some issues like complete the KYC in the app. Maybe I don't know. So it's not the exact thing because same thing I applied 2 times. Nothing much was different. But yeah, essentially that's how you can then use it. Yeah. So that was the overall thing. I think just wanted to share that it's possible. Just think about it. Using a lot of how do you say using variables so that it allows you to kind of like use the template again and again and just think about the variables, and that way also helps you to like reduce your time for applying new variables. So yeah, we have done this. I think you can try converting an existing marketing template. You can reach out to support over Discord if you're struggling very heavily. But yeah, those 3 tips are the basic thing that you should keep in mind. Before I go ahead, like any questions? Otherwise, like one last announcement to share, and then we can close this session. Oh yeah. Okay. Okay, if no questions, then I think there's a poll that we can we'll just share a quick poll to get your feedback. It should be on your screen now. If you can share your feedback, and then there's like one last announcement to make. I hope you can see the poll.
Yes, Tejas, it's on screen.
Thank you. Okay, we have 4 people have filled this. Okay. Yeah, cool. Yeah, there's one more small announcement which I can quickly share as you're filling this. Meta has released a new pricing update. It's not something like very shocking, but one good news is that all the effectively from November 1, which is like it's been some time now, all the service conversations are free. This means if you are getting your users to start the conversation on their own, the like you will not be charged anything for that. So as much as possible, we can try to have links and QR codes and that type of onboarding or like a reminder sent to them to access the links or the thing through some other channels, and that way the business initiated conversations also will come down. And then there are some more updates that are effective from Feb 1st and April. Feb 1st is not that important. It's authentication. We don't really use that much. NGOs don't really use that much. But from April 1st of next year, all the utility templates also will be free. But for those folks who are already in the 24-hour customer service window, so it is not really that much of a big change. One change template message instead of per conversation. So I know this will get confusing, but don't worry about this. We'll in the coming months we'll give a proper explainer about what this means per message versus per conversation. Right now, one thing you can take away from this important thing is uh, all the service conversations are free. So wherever possible, if we can adopt the strategy of having the beneficiaries having the send the first message, initiate the conversation through a keyword or a link or QR code. If you can do that, if that's something possible, then that's like the best way. Then almost we are using it for free. Like there's no messaging charges. And wherever possible, use utility templates to do business initiated conversation. And with this, with the way that we have today, we are able to then, yeah, like we can use same message, keep variables, and then you can use it for multiple different contexts. Yes, that's the webinar for this month. Thank you all for joining, and yeah, please over Discord if you need any further support on transforming your messages. Be happy to help you. Thank you, folks. Yeah.
Thank you, Tejas.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for sharing, Saurabh. Good job.
Thanks, Tejas.
Thank you, Tejas.
That was useful.
Yeah,
Thank you,
yeah.
Tejas.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Welcome. Have a good
Tejas
day.
and team. Thank you all.
Yeah. See you, Naveen. See you soon. Bye.
Bye.
Tejas, you can stop recording.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. 1 second. How do I do this?